Hey everybody, welcome to week 4. I hope that you have enjoyed your Labor Day. Something I want to point out is anytime there is a holiday in the week, I make sure to design the weekly schedule with that in mind. So there are fewer assignments due on a holiday week because there are fewer days in the week. I think it's important to keep holidays real in an online class, just like they would be in a seated class. You do have a podcast episode and a chapter reading, but there is no textbook discussion board like there typically would be this week. The content in the chapter reading and in the podcast episode will be useful to you in some of the upcoming speech assignments a little bit later on in the semester. And it also references some things that you did in the previous speech assignment, which was the self-introduction speech. What I want to talk about today, though, is the very next speech, which is the story speech, or the tell a story assignment. And in fact, this is less of a speech and more of a real, genuine story. What I mean is, for a typical speech, we usually expect some kind of formal structure. There's like an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, generally, in a speech. Well, the tell a story assignment involves you telling a story that can have more of an organic structure. Imagine that you are out camping and you're sitting out around a campfire with your friends and you're going to tell a personal story about something that has happened to you in your life. That is the assignment that we're looking at now. This was inspired by a storytelling series called The Moth, and I'll screen share with you real quick this is what I'm talking about when I talk about The Moth. It's a long-running podcast, and they also have a YouTube channel. And basically what happens is they take turns, kind of like at an open mic, just getting on the stage and telling their stories. And so I have a link for you in the assignment sheet and in the weekly folder to a sample story from The Moth, where in this story, a woman tells about her experience of going to prom in high school. And so the idea here is we continue building our comfort level on stage and talking about something personal without worrying too much about the formal structure elements of speech. And like I said, we'll get back to those elements after this speech assignment is over. So for this week, the assignment is to do what I'm calling a pitch line, which is submit on the Blackboard discussion board a very, very brief kind of preview or summary of what you plan to say in the speech. You want to give what you plan to say in the story. You want to give your story a title and then write a 1 or 2 or 3 sentence description of who the characters are, what happens in the story, what the major plot point is, or what the major conflict is, or anyway, what the occasion was that elicited the story that you'll tell. And so the pitch line assignment is so that I, as the instructor, can go through and just check them all off, approve all the stories, and so you can be developing your story all this week. And then in the following week, week 5, we will have those story videos due. So anyway, I just wanted to chat with you a little bit about the Tell a Story assignment, a little bit about what it is and what the overall spirit or philosophy of that assignment is. Please read the full details on the assignment sheet and take a look at the videos that I've linked to continue to immerse yourself into the spirit of storytelling. And as always, I have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 to 1. I can have office hours at other times by appointment if that fits your schedule better. And I'm always available via email. I look forward to seeing your story pitch lines and, of course, to your story videos. And I will see you next time.